Hello, everybody, and welcome to the IC Topic Chats. Today, we're doing presentations for everybody who wants to present about their business and who they are. I'm Matt Feldman. I'm here every week, and I'm going to start presenting my stuff in just a second here. And you'll see I have 2 minutes on the clock, and that will be part of my presentation. But once I get started, everybody will have 2 minutes. Well, anyway, welcome everybody from YouTube land, and welcome everybody who's here live today. Let's see if I can get this started. Hello, everybody. Matt Feldman here. I'm with Goshen Education Consulting. I started my company back in 2009 after I had been working as a side hustle for a little bit with others with math and science partnership grants. We have grown over the past couple of years. We originally were it was just me for the first 8 years, but now I have 12 staff. Here's 8 of my folks who are with us. We had about $160,000 a couple of years ago, and we're going to probably approximate $2 million this year. So there's a lot going on in the world of consulting for us. A lot of the work we do is with military connected communities. The Department of Defense Education Activity provides grants to public school districts that serve military bases that have high military impacted students. DoD STEM is also a big contributor to our STEM camp program. We do a lot in the way of STEM program evaluation, particularly with the National Science Foundation STEM, NOICE, and with the advanced grants. So that's all STEM related and it's university related. We have about 17 grants going on in that sector. We also do a lot in the way of educator shortage survey that we've been doing since 2017 through the Illinois Association of Regional Superintendents of Schools. That's also led to a lot of different white papers and different analyses along those lines. We're definitely interested in finding ways to connect around all of this. And we may be interested in connecting with you as a subcontractor. So you can see here, this is a way to contact me. You can use this little scanner. You can scan with your phone, this little link. So feel free to contact me that way by email or by cell phone. All right. I just reset the timer and I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and we'll go right to Susan. Are you ready, Susan? Stop share. There we go. Whenever you start, I'll hit the timer.
All right. Can you see my slides? Okay. I'm Susan Wolf of Susan Wolf and Associates. This is my company. What do? We do evaluation and needs assessments, of course. That's why we're here. We do strategic planning, do services to coalitions and collaboratives like development and evaluation, training and coaching, and we help with grants. I've had a lot of job experience in the past that's included working at a consulting company, at universities, nonprofit capacity building, working in school districts and community college district, federal government, a large county hospital system, and mental health services. All this before I started as a consultant, so it's given me a lot of good experience. I work now with organizations like government, nonprofit and programs, coalitions and collaboratives, universities, and then other evaluation firms. Here's my content. I do a lot with maternal child health equity, a little with arts programming now, AmeriCorps programs, public health, including nutrition, HIV services, library services, family and home visiting, mental health, veteran services, homelessness and hunger, and domestic violence. I am available for subcontracted work beginning this August if anybody needs a subcontractor. And here is how you can reach me. And that is all I have because I didn't want to be shut up. Oops, where's the stop share?
All right,
okay,
so up next is Jason.
There it is.
Once Jason starts sharing, it'll kick you out, I think. If he wants to share, I don't know if you want to, Jason.
Sure. So thank you, everyone. I'm Jason Ravitz. My company is Evaluation by Design. You can see my contact information. Is that true? Okay. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I do, but basically I want you to know that I'm available to help with measurement and analysis support. You can see my expertise areas involve survey design, response rates, factor analysis, reliability analysis, all the quant stuff that you might need help with, including our shiny dashboards. I also have a PhD in instructional design and subject matter expertise in educational reform and assessment. I've co-taught empowerment evaluation with David Fetterman and co-authored with him. And much of my work has contributed to peer-reviewed publications, and I've helped companies grow their revenue and bring in grants for their work. So I'm available to help with any of these areas. Some of the companies that I've worked for are listed here. And most recently, I worked for Digital Promise, leading measurement and analysis of school coaching programs. And I worked at Google for 4.5 years. And my current company, some of our contracts include school-based health centers, technology access in New Mexico, educational completion program funding. And you can see more on my LinkedIn page, where I've highlighted my experience, or in the About page on my website, where I list, you have access to my resume and academic CV. I am available for subcontracting, and I want to help our clients learn, improve, and grow. And I hope that people will get in touch with me. I'm very relationship and partner oriented.
All right, thanks a lot. We appreciate that. And I guess we're up to Jillian Marshall now. Is it Jillian or Gillian?
No, you had it right the first
I
time,
think
Jillian.
I've asked this question before. I'm sorry, Jillian. I know it.
It's okay. No worries. You know, it happens. Okay. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Let's start. The name of my company is DERS, Dynamic and Innovative Research Solutions. I am a former academic. I had been tenure track for quite a few years. I started my business in 2016, but then went full-time in 2021. I left my academic position. I have a PhD and master's in social work and a master's in public health. I'm based in Seattle, Washington. And I am interested in subcontracting work because I'm still relatively new and small entity. So it's myself and my two colleagues who are also academics. We went to school together and really enjoy doing this work, primarily with small nonprofits and some city government entities. Oops. Let's see. So this is kind of what I do. I use a culturally responsive and social justice lens to my work, which is really embedded in social work and public health. I do needs assessments, strengths-based assessments. I help with study design. I'm trained as a quantitative researcher, but I do have some qualitative skills, and my two other colleagues are primarily qualitative researchers. Data analysis, I can do anything simple from T-tabs to a structural equation modeling. So if you have a need there, that's partially what I can do. Okay, technical assistance, reports. These are the entities I've worked with, and here is my contact information.
All right, thanks, Gillian. I know it's very tough.
It's quick. Yeah, thank
Really
you.
quick. There we go. Let me reset the timer. And oh, stop timer. There we go. Anyway, are we ready to go, Ashley? Is Ashley here? I didn't hear from Ashley. Heidi, are you ready to go? So as you guys see,
Sure.
if we run our, oh, not Heidi Bertu, I'm sorry. Noor, I'm gonna struggle with the name, I'm sorry. I think it's Heidi Noor Hasarichi. Are you here? Well, let's keep going. If anybody, if you get skipped by accident and you come back, or you're just not paying attention, you have to run off to go grab a drink of water. Always put yourself
Heidi's
back. Oh,
there.
yay,
Can you-
Heidi's here. All right, you're here. I was just saying, if you ever get skipped, we'll put you back in the queue. Make sure you let Emily know, and she'll put you back in the queue so that you don't miss out on your opportunity to present. So, are you ready to go?
Yes, sure. Hi everyone. My name is Hediye. I'm based in Turkey, and my main expertise area is refugee response. And nowadays, I'm working towards my second master's degree on humanitarian action. So mainly humanitarian and development projects are my main field of expertise. Quantitative methods and cost-benefit analysis, targeting problems are the main main areas I would like to work for. And my previous clients were mainly European Commission, United Nations, and German Development Assistance. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you for that. And next up, we have Nadine. You ready to go, Nadine?
Yes,
Nate.
are you able to see that nifty little business card?
I don't
Yeah.
see, all I see is you.
Here now,
Oh, something's coming. There you go.
there you go. Okay, I'm ready. Hey everybody, my name is Nadine Rodriguez and I'm the owner of Applied Justice Solutions. I've been a full-time independent consultant since about February 2022, and currently I'm mostly subcontract and I'm looking for more opportunities. I have a master's degree in criminal justice with a focus in crime analytics, and spent the first few years after graduating in very traditional criminal justice jobs. I was a corrections officer in county jail, a behavioral health counselor in prison, and I was a crime analyst in local law enforcement, where my main focus was gun and gang violence. During those years, I constantly worked on different projects on the side, evaluated programs in county jail and probation, and developed a variety of teaching and training content during that time as well. My side projects eventually got me really interested in working as an independent consultant full-time. And when I went into full-time consulting, I decided not to only focus on program evaluation. Instead, I provide services in all areas in which I gained experience over the years, because I believe they're very much connected. So I can help you with your program evaluation and development projects, but it would also happily assist with your data planning, collection, analysis, and visualization. I have experience in qualitative, quantitative data analysis, as well as spatial data analysis. Additionally, I offer training and teaching content development and report writing services. I mainly focus on projects within criminal justice, behavioral health, and community health. As you can see by my background, I have experience working in all of those areas. And I have experience with evaluations and data-related projects in criminal justice and substance abuse prevention and harm reduction. However, I'm open to anything within those focus areas. I prepared this little virtual business card that I will also upload to the chat, so you don't have to remember how to contact me if you would like to do so. Thank you very much for listening.
Thanks, Nadine. Kirsten, are you here with us today?
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Oh no, Kirsten, we're having problems with your audio.
Can you not hear me?
No, yeah, it sounds like you're very, it's like the speaker's picking up. Let's see, if this takes a second, we might need to let Abby go while you figure out your microphone. And you might want to change your microphone to a different microphone if you have one with your, yeah. You try and unplug that, see if we could just do it through your laptop. All right,
Can't hear
Abby.
you.
Oh, Kirsten, try
No, I was,
testing it.
no, I was just saying I couldn't hear her.
Yeah. That's okay, Kirsten. This happens all the time. Abby, are you ready to go? And Kirsten, you can work on like do the little test and your drop up the mute. Abby Edelson, are you here? I'm gonna put you on mute for a second. You can work on that.
I'm
Wait.
Abby Edelson.
Okay, Abby, you want to go ahead and give us a little? I'm gonna
Okay,
put you on the time, and Kirsten will do you right next. Okay, you're not gonna lose your
Okay.
spot. Go ahead, Abby.
I'm Abby Edelson. I provide writing and research services to evaluators. My focus is qualitative research, and I do things like interviews, facilitate focus groups, analyze data, provide detailed theme analysis of qualitative data, conduct evaluations, analyze data, write literature reviews, write reports, and also provide editorial services for evaluators. I've worked a lot in areas of education, things to do with mentorship programs, STEM, and also in healthcare. I have a strong sense about including equity in evaluation and a passion for participatory evaluation, which came out of work for my PhD. I've been providing these services solely to the evaluation field for about 3 years now, after completing my PhD in 2019. And I'll put my information, my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Abby. How's it going there, Kirsten? Oh, Kirsten left and she entered the waiting room. Okay, so let's see if coming back in will help. In the meantime, Sarah Lang, are you about ready? We might need to jump right to you if we can't get Kirsten working. I know what I'm going to do in my next career. I'm going to be like a facilitator for meetings.
Yeah,
and stuff like
can
that.
you see my screen? And can you see my
Yep.
actual logo?
We can see it. And Emily, I think Sarah wants to be.
Oh, no, that's okay. I decided.
You're good with it?
over
You're good with it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Go ahead, Sarah. Kirsten, we'll get you in as soon as we can. Go ahead, Sarah.
All right, hi, I'm Sarah Williams Lang. I own a consulting business that develops data and evaluation strategy and builds useful data collection and reporting systems for mission-driven organizations and initiatives. I worked in the evaluation and research field for 15 years for various organizations and also as a part-time subcontractor. And I made the move to full-time independent consulting in 2022. I have a background in sociology and public health, and I welcome opportunities to subcontract and work with social impact organizations and place-based initiatives that are equity focused and incorporate the vital conditions for community well-being. These are initiatives and organizations I've partnered with in different capacities. I consider myself a mixed methods evaluator, and I've developed, and I have mostly enjoyed my work around evaluation, capacity, and learning. So, for example, as an internal evaluator, I led the process of transitioning their program data reporting from manual to automated data dashboards, which allowed users to apply informed decisions on a more consistent basis. And I also supported evaluation capacity building for community organizations that were engaged in a place-based health initiative. I also offer coaching services. So most recently, I coached an internal program team on streamlining their data collection methods. So in sum, I welcome the opportunity to subcontract with other evaluators and firms. Thank you.
And if you're ever interested in writing a newsletter article, Sarah, don't you do the newsletter for the IC?
I do.
TIG?
I do.
So
Thank you.
feel free
Yeah,
to reach out
please
to her
reach
for
out for that
She'd
too.
probably be very happy to be talking to you about that. Who do we have up next? Emily, I lost my chat. I don't know where it is anymore.
Do we want to try Kirsten again?
I don't know if she's in the meeting. I think she tried.
I'm
not as-
here. How's my sound? Is it
Good.
better?
Yes. You sound
Oh,
great,
okay,
Kirsten.
good. Okay, I don't know what happened before.
It happens to
All right.
all of us. Don't even worry about
Sorry.
it.
Yeah,
Tell me
sorry
when
about
you're
that.
ready.
Okay, let me share my slides. And they should be coming on now. I'm Kirsten Borden Collins. I am in Copenhagen right now, but I've been back and forth between DC and Copenhagen for a number of years. I'm originally from here, but lived in the US for 20 years or so. And then during the pandemic came back here. So I'm in Copenhagen right now. My background is in international studies, organizational development, systems thinking, and I work a lot in the NGO sector and international development. You can see my sectors of interest and experience. And I have been working as an evaluation consultant for about 12 years. I'm currently an adjunct instructor on just a part-time basis. Every once in a while, I teach those two courses that you see, principles is just basic evaluation. And then I'm excited about teaching complexity and systems and evaluation coming up very soon. I'm designing the course right now. And then I'm starting a social enterprise. So that's what I also busy with called Adaptive Purpose, which is very much focused on adaptive evaluation, systemic approaches to evaluation. I do quite a bit of systems mapping to really do some good situational analysis that can then be used for developing programs, initiatives.
Hey, Kirsten, I'm going to pause you for just a second. You can't see your slides. I think you're referencing things. All we see is your Zoom screen.
Oh no. I think it's because I moved my screen. Can you see it now?
Can see it.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Sorry about that. So I'm interested in these. You can see, I see I'm running out of time. So let me skip to my interests in subcontracting, anything on system change initiatives. As I said, I'm in Copenhagen right now. So any of you have an interest in needing a partner that's Europe-based, I'm here. I'm very much interested in developmental evaluation, working on networks and collective impact. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks. And make sure you show your last slide while we transition. All right, who do we have next? Tatiana, ready to go? We have Tatiana. Tatiana, are you here? Okay, let's move on.
She's on the call.
Oh, she didn't make it. This happens. There's a couple people who have let me know kind of like last minute. I haven't seen it. Katie Butler, are you ready to go?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, go right ahead.
Share.
Thanks, Katie.
Sure, thank you. Okay, can you see my little slide here? This is a preview of the only thing I'm going to talk about, which is saving the earth faster. I'm Katie Butler. I sit in Atlanta, Georgia, where currently the trees are fighting back. So I'm completely befuddled by allergies. So I apologize for that. I'm here today because both I enjoy being a subcontractor to others, and I'm doing that with a couple of folks on the call today, and because I'm looking for folks who might be willing to subcontract to me with me. My background is in environmental evaluation, engineering, and geography and GIS, and I spent a long time working for the federal government doing that. But my company now, which was just started in 2021, focuses specifically on helping people improve the results of environmental programs. So when you see those keywords like sustainability, which I think Kirsten just mentioned, climate resilience, environmental justice, environment, I hope you'll think about geoliteracy and think about the work that we do. We do a lot of strategic planning work, also evaluation, training, and facilitation. And what I'm really interested in and kind of the projects that are in my sweet spot are those where we're blending environmental data, so kind of technical environmental data like lab data with quantitative information, survey data, behavior change information. So I like to say that I'm tool agnostic. I don't really have a specialization in any one particular evaluation technique, but I enjoy learning from others about techniques and finding the right technique for a particular problem. And that's where it really helps me to work with subcontractors who are experts in specific techniques. So yeah, mostly I work with nonprofit organizations, but also government. Please feel free to contact me if you'd like to work together. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. All right, let's see, who do we have next? Sherilyn. No, sorry, did I get that wrong? Yeah, nope. Am I right? Sherilyn?
I think there
Yeah.
was someone ahead of me.
Katarina.
Katarina, my bad.
That's me. Thank you.
Sorry, Katarina, I didn't mean
No
to
worries.
skip you
No
there.
worries. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here. Let's see. So my name is Katerina Tsetsura. I'm the professor of communication at the University of Oklahoma, and I do consulting as an independent consultant on the side. I'm not sure if you can see my screen. It says still loading, so I'm gonna try to.
No, we can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to speak through this. Yeah, my computer froze, of course, in the 2 minutes I have. All right, well, I'm a strategic communication specialist. I do global public relations advertising and I also work as a strategic communication evaluator, and I do a lot of project evaluations with democratic initiatives, independent media development. I'm trained as a communication journalism and media scholar, and I do a lot of that work in Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Among my clients, I have a number of companies with whom I worked to serve clients in the USAID, in Department of State and the United Nations, to be precise. As you can probably guess from my accent, I'm a native Russian speaker and I'm fluent in Ukrainian and Belarusian. So I do a lot of the work in that area. I'm looking for subcontracting opportunities starting mid-May. I usually do a lot of work in the summer. And I recently have finished several projects with the United Nations Development Program. One of my recent research interests are in disinformation and information pollution in relation to independent media development. So we just published the UNDP results of I-Verify evaluation that also led to the development of monitoring and evaluation framework and the guiding principles for UNDP I-Verify platform, which is the tech platform with the human interest, human element that helps to identify disinformation around the world. As a researcher, I also publish books on strategic communication, public relations in Russia.
All right.
And thank you very much. You can contact me with my email, and you can find me at tsetsura.com. Thank you.
All right, let's go on to Sherilyn. Sherilyn, I saw you just put in a proposal with some of my colleagues here at Goshen, so that's exciting.
I did for AEA. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm ready, by the way.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sherilyn Korsak. Like all of you, I'm an evaluation and strategy consultant, and I have an LLC. Some basic Sherilyn facts. I grew up in New Hampshire and now live in Atlanta, and I'm here to stay. I love biking and playing grass court volleyball. I've been an evaluator for over 7 years, and that started from a need for it while I was working at a breastfeeding resource center. And I got my master's in public health at University of California, Berkeley in maternal, child, and adolescent health. So even though my training is mainly in public health, I've become more of a generalist over the last few years as I've started to work with more foundations and nonprofits to help them just do really cool things that are close to my heart. Those include rural health and community building, mental and behavioral health, youth development, and then of course, public health, maternal child. Some things I love doing. I love pairing stories, so qualitative stuff, and numbers, quantitative stuff, to share the experiences of my clients and the individuals they work with. I like giving data back to those who provided it in really beautiful and engaging ways. And I love facilitating conversations to empower people to contextualize, understand, and use their data to take action. Things I find myself doing quite often and also enjoy: interviews and focus groups, quantitative analysis in R or Excel, thought partnership, which is helping people think through things like evaluation, capacity building, build skills. And I like asking questions in fun and less fun ways. Less fun ways are like surveys. Fun ways are really creative, art-based ways to ask people questions. Okay, so let's chat. I'm gonna put all of my contact information in the chat. And you can check out my work samples, testimonials, and organizations that I've worked with on my website. And I have capacity for about 2 projects this year.
Thanks, Sherilyn. And thanks to everybody for being so patient with us in this process. I'm trying to make sure this goes as smoothly as possible. And I know it's hard to do everything in 2 minutes. So thanks for everything. And Becky Garrow's here. She is on the ball. Are you ready to go, Becky?
Ready. Hi, friends.
Go.
So Becky Garrow, Sacramento, California. Like many of you, my specialization is in public health, research and evaluation, surveys, focus groups, key informant interviews. Protocol development is something where I specialize in, not only for researchers, but community data collectors, data collection and analysis, developing simple tools for community data collectors to use. Project coordination is something I have a lot of experience in, and especially meeting facilitation and focus group facilitation, as well as trainings. We all have a lot of those skills. Here are some things that may be useful to you. I keep a very selective low client load. This allows me to move really fast. I can take on short-term projects and also support you if you have an unexpected surge capacity. I don't have a lot of long-term things. I like short-term, providing executive support, copy editing, report writing, synthesizing all that you've done. Have passport, will travel, as well as custom team building. I work with biostatisticians and Spanish language data collectors. I need you. Do you speak Spanish? Are you fluent in Spanish? If you are bilingual and bicultural, that is a plus. Do you have experience working with tribal populations? Bonus, if you self-identify as American Indian, Alaska Native, or other group indigenous to the Americas and have experience with qualitative and quantitative research, please reach out to me. If you have experience facilitating virtual focus groups in Spanish, analyzing qualitative data in Spanish. And I'm always looking to increase my rapport of biostatisticians. Should we work together? You're a top performer. You're okay with me giving you full autonomy to get your work done. You have no need for meetings or check-ins. You let me know if a problem comes up. Otherwise, I assume everything is going just dandy and you ask for what you need and are okay working with a direct communicator. Shot in the dark. I also do bike tours. Go to sacramentobiketours.com, bike lessons, bike advocacy. Would love to work with you on bicycle related things. Contact me. Those are pizza earrings.
Thanks for the earrings. All right. Thanks a lot, Becky. Looks like we got MJ up next.
Yep, I'm ready. Let me see if can you see my slides? Just a second.
There you go. Go right ahead.
Okay. I'm MJ Pattison, and I do business as Chatham Evaluation. I'm located in Chatham, Massachusetts. It's best to contact me by email or through my LinkedIn account. And I'm interested in subcontracting, partnering, or doing temporary work. I'm interested in projects that are too small for a larger shop to take on. And I have samples of my work and references available on request. This is a snapshot of my education and work history. I spent the first 20 years of my life as a Presbyterian, work life as a Presbyterian minister, first in Hartford, Connecticut, and then in Rochester, New York for 17 years. The last 15 years, I've been working as a program evaluation specialist, first in an evaluation consortium at SUNY Albany in Albany, New York. And then the last 13 years at the New York State Department of Health, where I was the lead evaluator for 2 projects related to nutrition and physical activity population interventions in communities. These are the programs that I'm used to working with. Most recently, I've been starting to work with Deduce, which is similar to NVivo for qualitative data. and am comfortable in Microsoft Office and Google Suite. And this is how I can help. I can do survey design and analysis up to descriptive level statistics, data entry and cleaning, focus groups, drafting reports, really any time-consuming evaluation tasks that you want to outsource. And again, here's my contact information. And I can't see the timer, so I assume because you haven't cut me off that I'm still okay, but
You're good.
I'm
You got
done.
15 seconds. Anything else you want to share? Who's
I'll
the
yield
child?
back my time. Oh, that's my granddaughter, Clara, and that's the beach where we live.
Thanks for that. Looks like Scott's up next. Thanks a lot for sharing.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Just going to share my screen real quick. There we go. So my name is Scott Seitz. I am with Lumen Guidance and Consultation. I am one of the co-owners here in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a two-person shop. So my other partner is Katie Hale. We're both licensed clinical psychologists as well as community psychologists. In terms of our services, like many of you all, we focus a lot on program evaluation work with quantitative and qualitative data collection all the way through analysis. Also have experience with program development and implementation support from needs and strengths assessments all the way through curriculum development, implementation training, etc. As well as can support with grant writing and reporting. We are looking for subcontracting opportunities. In terms of our main focus areas, it's first youth development work. So a lot of work looking at academic success, social and emotional learning, evaluating different components of youth programs like after school programs. A few of our contracts right now are with Boys and Girls Clubs of America here in Atlanta. We also, both Katie and I, have worked in healthcare settings. And so we draw on that experience to do evaluation and program development work in different healthcare settings. We would love to connect. We've put our core values right at the center of the screen there. So collaborative, comprehensive, culturally responsive. We really value our relationships with our partners and clients and would love to connect and think about opportunities to collaborate. That's my name and contact information. And our website is lumenguidance.com. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Lauren, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Very good. I always loved Lauren's backdrop. She has that wonderful wood backdrop there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I worked hard on that. Okay, so I am Lauren McLean. I have a PhD in sociology that I got in 2009 from Bowling Green State University. I am an academic. I have been an academic for ever since then. I've worked at the HBCU and I've been at WKU, Western Kentucky University for 10 years, but I want out. So I started grantably with my two partners, Angelica Golbus and Kit Carlson, as sort of a side hustle in 2021. But just decided I really enjoy it and I'm kind of, tired of higher ed. And so I'm really working hard to make this my last semester and go full time. So I'm taking Matt and Laura's class soon too, which I'm really excited about. So I am a research design expert. I would call myself, and a survey methodologist. I've taught over 50 some social research methods classes, worked with graduate students designing their research. So that's really where I excel, but I also have some qualitative background training as well. So, really great at doing focus groups, interviews, those types of things. As a sociologist, I'm definitely a system level thinker. I really like to think about kind of why things happen in society, how institutions and things like that are, how they impact us and our life chances. And so I also do some DEI consulting work. I definitely take a culturally responsive and equitable approach like many of you do as well. And so I'm definitely looking to subcontract, just gain more experience in the evaluation space, help fellow evaluators kind of just build, my reputation and capacity. And I'm particularly interested in working with nonprofits and, social justice issues. Most of our clients are faculty with education, which is great, but I'm also really looking to go into that space too. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. She's ready to go all in. Heidi, are you all ready to go? Heidi was worried about whether we would get to her this hour. We got plenty of time, so looks
I'm
like
here, I'm
we're going
ready.
right away. Tell me, go right ahead. I'll start your timer.
Sweet. I'm Heidi Bear too. I'm based in Seattle, Washington. I love to subcontract, but I'm not available to subcontract until early next year with you, but please reach out if you'd like to do that. But I am looking for people, so let's chat. What I do, I also have a public health background. My big focus right now is working with public health departments on community health needs assessments, but I'm really passionate about improving data collection and improving health outcomes through storytelling. Goals here provide absolute best products for our clients. So if you're into that, I'd love to chat. I always am trying to increase our knowledge of equitable practices. I'm big on making data accessible and usable. I want people to see our reports and get it and not feel like they have to have a PhD in epidemiology, and then just improving health through that process. Values here, if these are important to you, let's chat as well. For me, when I talk about anti-racist and equity focus, I'm thinking about disaggregating data on race where it's available, like getting data from rural communities so that we can see what's happening, involving community voice, and then collaborative respect for all persons. I'm actually doing a lot of focus groups and interviews in person right now. So this is actually really, really crucial for me. Next, here we go, our process. So we listen, we design, collect, deliver, review. This also happens, I do have a couple evaluation clients where I'm essentially helping them build evaluation capacity, but this process sort of mirrors what I like to do in a lot of my projects. Here's some examples. If this is interesting to you, this is what I like to do. This was a quick turnaround report for an FQHC in Portland. This is one of our needs assessment examples. So that cover page there was a local artist that the health department wanted to work with. I love that kind of stuff. Let's bring in local folks and participate with them. I also do what I call full service needs assessment, where I drive around the county and take pictures. And I'm at time, so let's chat.
Thanks, Heidi. Heidi's a great example of somebody who just focused on her niche and she did good work. And next thing you know, she's got a really successful practice. And now she's asking for people to come help her. So it's really cool to see that she's been able to develop the way she has. All right, who do we got next? I think was it, I just lost it. Oh, Kristen's up next, a fellow STEM evaluator. All right, Kristen, I don't know if you're talking, but we can't hear you.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Kristen Everett. I'm in beautiful Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is southern Michigan. I have a PhD in evaluation, measurement, and research, and I've been doing this work for almost 20 years. Before I became an independent, I worked at a university in an evaluation center. And before that, I worked as an elementary school teacher. So my background lends itself really well into working in educational program evaluation. That's where I do most of my work. So I work with universities, nonprofits, and school districts to evaluate programming. I am interested in both subcontracting as well as looking for people who are interested in educational program evaluation who would like to subcontract. I have quite a few proposals out, and if even a small fraction of these gets funded, I'm going to need some more help. So if this is something that you're interested in, please contact me. Like I said, I primarily work in educational program evaluation, STEM ed, literacy, early childhood. I have a lot of NSF experience. Right now I'm evaluating an engineering research center, which is an ERC, as well as RET and REM programming. I also work with educational collaboratives who are trying to make change across a region or a state. I have a lot of statewide experience working across Michigan. And that's something that is kind of in the works right now. So if you're interested in statewide work, please let me know as well. I also work in health programming evaluation as well. These are some of the recent projects that I've done: workforce development, STEM career interest, diversity and inclusion in STEM. We wrote a survey for that and got it published in ASEE. Mentoring and coaching evaluation, science curriculum evaluation, after school programming, created a quality of life dashboard for a county in Michigan, which was really cool. Have done community listening sessions and data parties recently. So if you are interested in any of this type of work, please reach out to me. You can email or there's my phone number. I also have a website. So thank you.
Thanks, Kristen. Awesome. I think Kaying, you're up next.
All right, sounds great. Share screen. All right, everybody can see my screen? Great. So my name is Kaiying Vang, and I run Innovation Data and Design Studio. I'm looking for subcontracting opportunities. I've been doing it as a side hustle for the last 5 years, and this year it's my primary source of income. My background, I've got an academic experience as a PhD candidate and university evaluation instructor. However, I really love working in community and with nonprofits, making evaluation accessible, useful, and interesting. I'm a Peace Corps volunteer previously, and you can take a lot from that, but I can bake a cake without using an oven. My background is in philanthropy. I've worked there for the last 10 years in or with foundations. My dissertation is around the intersection of philanthropy, evaluation capacity building, and organizational learning. And before I was an evaluator, I worked in international development across the globe with a focus on Latin America. My skills are really in these areas of capacity building, communications, qualitative research, and I speak Pascal, Spanish, and Hmong. These organizations, they all like me. And here's something that one person has said. Eric Schwartz worked with the Clinton administration and was the dean of the Humphrey School. 26 years, never had a more effective, responsive, or productive research assistant. And my students, I've had such a great time helping people love and understand evaluation. I had one student come in and just did not like evaluation. Within 3 weeks, it blew her mind. So I love doing that with individuals. I'm available for subcontracting after August 2023. Here's my information. I'll put in the chat, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.
Perfect timing, Kaying. Did a great job.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Let's see, who do we have up next? Naima.
Hi, thank you. Let me switch, start sharing my screen. Can you see my slides all right?
You look good to me.
Okay, great. Thank you. So hello, everybody. This is Naima with Create Good based on unceded Lakota and Wapakuta territory, aka St. Paul, Minnesota. My background is in leading impact evaluation within the field of philanthropy, and I also have experience in building the evaluation capacity of teams. I, like many of you have stated, love to work primarily with nonprofits, but also with social good or social benefit corporations. That's something I'm expanding into, and collective impact initiatives, and really like to focus on being community connected, community engaged, and helping these folks understand how to make their evaluations community connected and engaged as well. So my core offerings are pushing the envelope in the field and building what's next by advancing anti-racism through equity-centered strategic planning and evaluation, as well as design. So when I say design, I help folks think through their product process offerings and understand how to design them more equitably. Strengthening the resolve for equitable outcomes is the key goal here. And of course, shaping, molding, and forging strategic action through strategic advising and visioning. With the evaluation work, I really see it as giving rise to capacity that helps people think more about shared liberation and liberatory design methods. So this is my approach, really. I mean, you can check some of this out on my website for more details, but my values that I work from, I wanted to really focus on abundance as a mindset for the purpose of this conversation, because I think it really helps us support more collective and better outcomes in terms of equity. Here are a few clients I've worked with. Again, all of this information is on my website, which I will share as everybody else has shared their contact information in the chat as well. And then there are a few more, kind of case studies that you can check out over there. I primarily work with collective impact initiatives again, and looking for people who are steeped in operations work. So that's me.
Thanks, Naima. Naima's a great collaborator with the ICT, the topic chat. Love that she's presented several times. So if you're ever interested in presenting for the IC topic chats, you should reach out to me and we'd be happy to do it, just as Naima has several times. See, Jennifer, are you ready to go?
I am ready to go.
All right.
Let me share my screen.
We're doing great with time, everybody. So I'm not gonna let up on our 2 minutes. I'm just gonna say that, but a little more lax because we're doing such a good job. Thanks everyone for being so patient with us. Go ahead, Jennifer, whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Mursavalu. I am the founder and principal of REL Strategies. We are a certified small woman and minority-owned business located in Northern Virginia. We provide diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, or DEIA, educational research, and program evaluation services to federal and commercial clients. I started my company in 2020 because I wanted more autonomy and flexibility. In January of this year, I took the plunge. I decided to walk away from my full-time consulting job to focus 100% of my time building my business. I'm a solopreneur and actively seeking subcontractor opportunities. I am a lifelong learner. I recently completed a certification program at George Mason University for DEIA, and I'm currently working on becoming PMP certified. I've worked in multiple industries, including K-12, higher education, adult training, and government contracting. Some of my capability areas include educational research and program evaluation. I recently had a conversation with someone this week and they asked me, so Jennifer, what's your superpower? I would say that my superpowers in K-12 education would be family and community engagement. That was what I wrote my dissertation on. And in higher education, climate assessment. In terms of my research superpower, I love qualitative data collection and analysis, although a lot of my work I do mixed methods. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen, I've listed some of my previous nonprofit clients that I've worked with. My final capability area is DEIA. I've worked with the federal agencies that are listed on the screen on DEIA climate assessment, strategic planning, and training. I'm listed at cm.gov as a vendor, and I can work with clients who require a clearance. Here's my contact information. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Jennifer. We appreciate that. Thanks and congratulations on going solo. I was talking with my mute button on, so. Let's see, up next, it looks like we've got Denise.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen all right?
We're almost, it looks like it's trying.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, it says it's still loading. Okay.
There's so many pieces of technology. I've got like 4 screens going on my left side, and I've got you over here on my right side.
Well, while it's loading, why don't I just go ahead and start talking so we can start if you'd like. My name is Denise Baer. I have a PhD in political science. I did a soft launch of consulting in 1995. I have alternated between full-time jobs and academic teaching and also consulting. I incorporated my business in 2014, and I then put it on hold while I took a full-time job as the director of evaluation for the Center for International Private Enterprise, which is one of the 4 core institutes of the National Endowment for Democracy. And then I did a soft relaunch of my business, which I call Strategic Research Concepts last year. And I'm now working to formalize to build out my website. So I have got a deep bench of consulting experience, but I'm relatively new at consulting on an ongoing basis. So just in terms of my background, my original thought was to do both public affairs program development because I've been director of academic programs for Boston University and University of Illinois for their internship and fellowship programs in Washington, D.C. So I'm very experienced in educational kinds of programs and research. But I've also provided a lot of research and evaluation services. And in terms of the process, I'm thinking about doing 2 divisions and really as a solo practitioner, I'm happy to subcontract as well as to work on proposals to be more competitive for larger kinds of proposals. My background is in research. I've done experiments, surveys. I'm also very experienced at qualitative research and mixed methods. I'd say my superpower is doing evidence-based approaches and have worked in most areas. So it looks like my clock is gone. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, thanks a lot, Denise. We appreciate it. Tina, are you ready to go?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Let me share my screen. Hopefully this all works.
Oh, that worked out pretty good.
Okay, so I'm ready to go. So hey everyone, my name is Tenna Hunt. I am an evaluation subcontractor. A little bit about me, my drive and the lens that I bring to my work are heavily influenced by my heritage and my identity. I'm a daughter of Ghanaian immigrants who came to this country by themselves in pursuit of better futures for their family. My experiences in the US as a Black woman, a daughter, and now a mother of 2 beautiful Black children have fueled my desire to make a difference in the lives of children and families who have been traditionally marginalized. I do this as a researcher and evaluator, partnering with social change agents who strive to dismantle systems of oppression toward more just, equitable, and liberated futures. I value collectivism, and I want to work with other evaluators who share my similar goals. These may be evaluators who have full-time staff who are at max capacity, and they need someone to come in and absorb some of their work. Or maybe an evaluator who's operating a solo firm and wants to bring on someone who can complement their own skills. So as a former AEA JEDI scholar, I implement a culturally responsive and equitable evaluation approach in my work. I have my master's degree in public health, a PhD in social welfare, and I work in an organization that does K through 12 evaluations. Because of my interdisciplinary skill set,
Oh no, looks like we lost her. If she comes back, I'm sorry about that, Tenna.
ability to carry out.
You're right.
Sorry.
Or did I get lost? I'm sorry. I got a loss on my screen for a second there.
Maybe it was me.
That's okay. I'm loving your presentation so far. I'm like, I can't wait to connect with you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and wrap up.
Okay.
I'll stop the timer and just go ahead and wrap up on your time. I'm not sure who had the issue there. If it was me or you, could have been me. Not sure. There's always something.
right.
Go ahead. My fault for breaking your concentration. Go right
No
ahead.
problem. No problem. All right. So I'll just wrap up. So I'll just say that I'm naturally detail oriented, thorough, and will consider something from all angles before selecting a course of action. So I complement someone who's more big pictured. I'm self-directed. If I don't know the answer, I'll figure it out. And I'm driven. I care a lot about this work having the potential to improve the lives of communities like my own, and I want to do it well. So if this resonates with you at all, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Loved your presentation. All right, who do we have next? I've lost it. Oh, it looks like Rena is up next.
Hi, everyone. Can you see my screen?
I can. It looks like we've got a Zoom screen though.
I'm trying to see what happened to my PowerPoint here. Do you see it?
Yep, there it is. Popped up.
It popped up. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. I'm Rena. I have a part-time evaluation practice, Evaluation Matters, which I started about 15 years ago. I'm based in Los Angeles. As you can see, I have a mixed background as a researcher an evaluator, a behavioral scientist, and a data scientist. I work a lot at the intersection of behavioral and data science. Most of my projects have been in healthcare and education with a focus on underserved communities. And I'm looking for subcontracting opportunities. I'm currently getting an executive MSc in social business and entrepreneurship at the London School of Economics, which is why I'm quite busy, but will be taking on more projects and consulting work after I'm done with that this summer. My approach is, as many of you, it's both formative and summative. I typically begin work at the start of projects, engaging with stakeholders, huge focus on social impact, very passionate about that, trying to measure not just the outputs and the outcomes, but really getting into that space of quantifying social impact. How do you measure that? It's much, much more complicated. And then data science and reporting is a big part of what I do, using data stories, visualization, to communicate across all stakeholders. My clients, here are some of them, mostly education, healthcare, typically in California. First, I've done a lot of statewide early childhood work, also working in the global South right now. I know I'm almost out of time. Do quite a bit of research, a lot of applied clients. And most recently, last week was one of our publications. And I think I'm out of time here, so I am going to share my details. Please feel free to reach out if you're interested in partnering, any kind of support. You can just use that QR code and I'd love to connect. Thank you.
You want to open it up just a little bit bigger so we can scan it, and then we'll get started with the next presenter. You've got.
Oh, I think I'd had this in the small. I didn't have this in the full mode, did I?
That's all right. No, that's okay. We could see your screens when your slides when you're going through it, but now
Okay.
people can who are on the video will be able to scan it. If they want to.
Right. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's okay. No problem. Kelly, are you ready to get going?
Yeah, I am. And just a little caveat, I recorded my presentation because we have demolition going on here today, and I did not want that to interfere with what you all were going to hear. So let's see if this works.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect.
All right.
And then and you know the trick about making sure you hit share audio, right? When you do the video. I made that mistake more than one time.
How do we do that?
Well, when you go to share, it'll have a little button down in the bottom left-hand corner or right corner or something that says, make sure you share your audio.
Okay. Thank you so much, Matt. All right. Let's see if this is going to work.
Well, we don't see anything.
Oh, all right. Hold on. So apparently no. All right. So we're going to just attempt to do this in the old fashioned way and hope that let me just stop sharing for a minute here. And we'll do it the old fashioned way. And hopefully there won't be a giant bang in the middle of this.
And if there is, we will understand and we will laugh along with you.
Yes, that would be great. Oh, sorry. It is not even stop. Hold on. Matt, why don't you come back to me while we're having technical difficulties?
No problems. Yeah, go ahead and work on that. We'll skip to the next person and we'll put you back in the queue. Let's see, Amy, you're up.
Hello, everybody. I did not bring you a presentation today, but if you want to contact me, you can scan the QR code on my background. I will also drop my contact information in the chat afterwards. My name is Amy Krigsman. My pronouns are she, her. I am based in sunny South Florida, and I'm happy to travel anywhere in the world for projects if necessary. My background is actually in the for-profit sector. My undergraduate degree is in business administration, and I got my start doing data analysis and process improvement for big companies like Cemex and Citrix. I moved to the nonprofit sector in pursuing dual master's degrees in nonprofit management and public administration, which I am excited to be finishing up coming December. And I consider myself a bit of a generalist. So program evaluation is just one thing that I do. I also help with program development, grant research and writing, strategic planning, board governance and development. So I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. And while I am not an expert in anything by my own estimation, I am very funny. So there's at least that. And that's all I've got for you.
Fantastic. Well, if anybody wants to scan her code, it's right there. You can see it off to her right side or our left. Let's see, who do we got next? Kelly, how are we doing?
Well, we'll give this a try. It seems to be running the audio whether I want it to or not. So
Well, if nothing else, we can always just have a quick 2-minute interview, right?
That's true. Let's just see if this works.
Oh, something's going on. Looks like it's coming.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly Felto, Executive Director and Principal of Cultural Crossings Consulting. At CCC, we support our clients in making the world a better place by making MEL easy and usable for them. We do this by collaborating with clients to do these 3 things. And our goal is to always build on their experiential knowledge because they are the experts of their programs. I am a solopreneur, practicing artist, cultural anthropologist, a Yoga with Adrian fan known to watch hours of curling, cycling, and hockey, go Caps, and I've been an evaluator for about 25 years. As a Fed, I built the MEL capacity of communities and local organizations and evaluated environmental, food security, and gender-based violence programs. As a consultant, I evaluate international exchange programs and STEM equity programs. However, since 2021, I've been building the MEL capacity of community arts and health programs to measure outcomes in a non-clinical setting. I love working in this space, and I need some help on an upcoming project. The project is working with the Orc Kids program of the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, which is an El Sistema program. We will be using outcome harvesting to develop logic models, instruments, and to train staff to collect data. The subcontractor I'm looking for must meet these qualifications. And bonus if you have a background in the performing arts, music, theater, or dance. Thanks, and please email me if you're interested or have any questions.
Thanks for doing that, Kelly. That worked out just fine. Looks great on
Good.
our end. And if I've learned anything today, I wish I spoke fluent Spanish. Seems like that's a demand a lot of us need. Let's see, who do we have up next? Looks like Mari's up next. I'm
Yes.
sorry, you say Mary, don't
Mary,
you?
yes.
I'm sorry, I always forget that with you because I had my previous supervisor was Mari, spelled the same way.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I know it.
And and I don't have any slides today.
All right, go right ahead whenever you're ready.
Formal. Yep, I'm ready. So hi, everyone. My name is Mary Millery. My company is called M Research Studio, and I'm based in New York City. I started my company in 2014, and prior to that, I was in the academia for a while, most recently at Columbia University in the School of Public Health. And I've been doing program evaluation work for about 30 years now. My company is small, and I mostly work alone and sometimes with contractors. And I'm looking for potential opportunities to collaborate with other consultants. My current and recent projects are generally in the health domain. I do evaluation work in health professions, education, and training. I have long experience working in HIV, as well as in the field of oral health. behavioral health, and primary care. I also have postdoctoral training in biomedical informatics, and I can offer some expertise to projects that have to do with informatics, such as electronic health record systems and such. The evaluation work that I provide and that I enjoy doing covers the basic evaluation items like logic models. I love logic models, focus groups, interviews, surveys. I've used the Delphi method a few times, which I love. I have a pretty strong background in needs assessment. So quantitative, qualitative, mixed methods, solo practitioner, experienced health program evaluator, and open to connecting with collaborations with other evaluators. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary. I have to correct it every time in my head. Thanks, Mary. Appreciate that. Andrea, you ready to go?
Yes.
Go right ahead whenever you're ready.
How's it going with the screen? Oop. Oh, Mac.
Hit F5, you'll get going right away. That's the way to do it on PowerPoint.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. Hello, everyone. I'm Andrea Allen, and my new business venture, AC Insights, is based here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I identify as a white cisgender woman, among several other identities I share with you now in a short story of the continuing evolution of AC Insights as an anti-racist organization. Evaluative research and program evaluation have interwoven my career, PhD in cultural anthropology, work in international development, and most recently as associate professor at Michigan State University. Then came COVID, George Floyd's murder, Black Lives Matter protest, and continued disruptions. I humbly admit it took this intense emotional roller coaster to burst my white bubble of privilege when I did not honestly feel I possessed. Among the many revelations, there are no free passes for a working class background in progressive politics. As such, I have an obligation to join in anti-racist work. And with so many unknowns and much to learn, I decided to delay the launch of my business until this year. The work continues for me as a white person and evaluator, but now in a new testing phase and emergent strategy as part of the beloved community. And today I seek to add value to projects, prioritizing social justice approaches, collaboration with diverse teams, and raising cultural responsive and equitable evaluation capacity. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for the presentation. Let's see, we've got Jessica's up next.
Hello, everyone. Let's see if I can effectively share my screen here. All right, are folks seeing the presentation version?
Looks good to me. No, we're not. We're seeing your PowerPoint version. I'm sorry. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine too. We'll just stick with that. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica Metcalf. My company is called Green Mountain Evaluation, located in Vermont. You'll see here my support staff, Zoe and Stella, who always love to help with evaluation projects. I was previously an academic and transitioned to full-time consulting a few years ago. Been working as an evaluation consultant since about 2016. Formally started my company in 2021. My master's in public health, a PhD in human development and family studies, and did a postdoctoral fellowship in community nutrition. Broadly, I focus on public health and programming for youth and families, really working with a lot of community-based programs that positively impact the health and development of individuals, families, and communities. And in addition to that, many of you may know that I have a special interest in all things food. So this can be anything from direct education programs that focus on nutrition or cooking or gardening. I also do a lot of work with farm to school programs, programs focused on increasing food access and food security, strengthening food justice. I take a systems approach with a lot of my work. So within that sphere and food systems, I do also do work with programs that are focused on agriculture and sustainability of regional and local food systems. I also really try to weave equity and social justice into everything that I do. I feel that access to healthy, nutritious food is a human right, and definitely strive to increase access and food and nutrition security for all. I'm equally comfortable with quantitative and qualitative data and loved using mixed methods. And lastly, I should mention that I do a ton of subcontracting. About half of my work is subcontracting, some with folks on this call, and hopefully they would have nice things to say about working with me. And that is my contact information.
And I can say that with a lot of honesty, I'm sure that nobody pinched you on St. Patrick's Day, right? Because I'm sure you were wearing green already with a name like Green Mountain. And all your colors. Absolutely. All right, let's see. It looks like we've got, is it Catherine who's up next?
It is. Hi, everyone. And Matt, thank you for coordinating this. And you got me in under my deadline, so I appreciate it.
Go right ahead whenever you're ready.
Not an easy fit. Okay, so my name's Catherine Long, and I'm working on the evaluation side of a company called Wonderwide Consulting. And I have a PhD in applied developmental psychology. And a little bit about Wonderwide. I just threw up the slide because everyone else has a slide, so I figured I'd add one. We provide research and consultation to producers and developers in children's media, education, and technology, but we are capable of going outside that area, but that has been our past focus. And we really want to help clients understand and collaborate with children's and families in designing developmentally appropriate experiences. And to do this, we have expertise in content research, user research, and education consultation and program evaluation. And just from my experience, it's, and I guess the folks who have the kind of more education child experience, it can be challenging doing focus groups with children. And that's something we really pride ourselves that we are very good at, making children feel comfortable, getting information with parents and young children in particular, and try to get as kind of rich as information as we can from these little researchers themselves. And I can end on that.
Thanks for that. And thanks for being patient with us as we tried to figure out how to get everybody in. I think Liz Johnson left, so I believe Claire, if you're ready to go, we can have you go next. And maybe, I don't know if Claire is still here either. Nope, Claire's here. Yay. Are you ready, Claire? Good to go. She's pushing all the buttons.
All right, I'm here. Can everyone see my screen okay?
You look great. Looks great for me. Go ahead
Wonderful.
whenever you're ready.
Okay, so great. Thanks so much, Matt. I'm going to present about my company, Golden Aspen Consulting, where we provide clarity, connection, and learning for positive change. My name is Claire Stoshek. I'm based in upstate New York in Ithaca, but I work nationwide, a woman-owned business, and I'm currently open to subcontracting and collaboration opportunities. My background is with over 15 years of experience in research and evaluation, plus 7 years of full-time consulting experience. And prior to consulting, I had over a decade as a leader in nonprofits and a community organizer. So I have that personal experience with a lot of the joys and challenges that come with nonprofit work. I have experience as a lead on diverse evaluation and facilitation projects, and a master's in public policy and minor in sustainable ag. A quick overview, my skills, I especially like qualitative, also mixed method. I'm certified in technology of participation, facilitation, and strategic planning, bilingual in Spanish and English. That's come up a lot today. I enjoy storytelling and graphic design and design of all kinds of projects, as well as community-based needs assessments. Some topical expertise is really the intersection of social justice and the environment, with a special interest in climate change and justice. And I'm really looking for collaborators in that area, as well as food systems, transportation justice, social equity, public health, sustainability, and any Latin American-based projects, as I live in Latin America in Ecuador on a part-time basis. My approaches are culturally responsive with an equity lens, and I really enjoy participatory methods and evaluation capacity building. So attributes that I can offer to your team: I'm very organized and detail oriented, really focused on quality. I do what I say I'll do, and I really enjoy integrating equity. I think that's very, very important for our work, and I have passion and I'm driven to do hard work. As I mentioned, I'm seeking climate change collaborators. As new projects in my pipeline, I might be looking for subcontractors as well, especially with GIS and quantitative skills. So if you have those, reach out.
Claire.
Sorry?
I was just going to say we just ran out of time.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Perfect. Here's your last screen, and everybody can get that.
Yep. I'm currently open to opportunities. I can start immediately. Thanks for your time, and I'll share my info in the chat.
Thanks, Claire. I appreciate that. Looks like we're going to get last folks in. Mary, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am. Let's see.
Mary and I were back on the ICTIG leadership group way back in the day. It seems like we can say that now because it feels like
Yeah, that was one of my first friends in the evaluation world. So yeah, thanks to all who stayed through the whole session here. I'm Mary Nash from Nash Insights, and I'm based in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, which is the western part of our state, kind of in the mountains, the nice rural area of Massachusetts. My practice focuses on program evaluation and needs assessments. Primarily right now, I'm working in the areas of education and also with foundations and also other types of nonprofits. My background is I have an MBA in public and nonprofit management from Boston University, and also have earned a couple of certificates from the Evaluators Institute. So I generally just work on my own independently, and I choose projects that I really like. In my area, people tend to know each other, so I know a lot of the superintendents and teachers and schools in the area. Just to give you an example of some of my current projects, I'm doing surveys and focus groups to assess public opinion about a possible school merger in our county. I'm evaluating a local portrait of a graduate initiative among various school districts that are looking at what graduates of high school need to know and be able to do. And I'm evaluating a multi-year arts initiative that our local community foundation is involved in, along with other community foundations in Massachusetts. One thing my projects have in common is that a lot of them are collaborative groups and coalitions, and I enjoy that kind of work. So what I'm interested in doing is, I have always worked on my own, but occasionally something comes along that's too big for me to apply for alone. So I might be interested in collaborating with one of you, or if someone was working on a large educational project where there was a Massachusetts component, then perhaps I could help out with something like that. So I'm open to those types of collaborations and look forward to hearing from anyone who might have some common interests. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary. And Ann Price, are you still going to be able to do your presentation? She said she had a hard stop right about now, but might be able to squeeze you in. And I will say this: if Ann complains about anything, she's the one who came up with this idea. So this whole
Did I really?
thing, you did. I was like, what are we going to do with this subcontracting for? I have no idea what I'm doing. She says,
blame it on me. Are you
guys can all blame Ann?
Are you seeing my screen?
It looks fantastic. Yes,
Oh, wow.
We see you in your jeans and everything.
Yeah, wonders never cease. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Ann Price. I founded Community Evaluation Solutions in 2004. I am a community psychologist. Here are some of the lovely clients that we have worked with or are working with now. We mainly work with community coalitions, community-focused nonprofits, and mission-driven foundations who really want to do the hard work of social change. Our content focus is mainly substance abuse prevention, youth development, mental health. I have a heart space for foster care. And of course, I always say I live in Atlanta. You can't help but get sucked into the vortex that is public health. Mainly we work in evaluation capacity building in all of its various forms, strategy design, workshops and speaking, do a lot of that. What kinds of support do I typically need? Quantitative, qualitative. We absolutely have to have community participatory and equity focused people. We have, we're known for great reports, but probably most important to me is you got to be able to play well with others. So that was my very quick spiel. We're always looking for great folks to put on our bench, as well as collaborating with some bigger dogs. That's it.
Well, thanks, Anne.